Hi folks. Hi folks, this is Kaushal. Uh, today I'm going to create today I'm going to create a budget. Prior to that, I just wanted to show you guys how to configure a fiscal period. Now, why do I want to show this video to you guys? There is a reason behind it. Actually, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever you can say it, but I also got to know very recently, and then I realized that my kind of Excel user who works on you know Excel day in day out, and still I wasn't aware of it. But then I thought, like, yeah, what could be the reason? And then I thought, like, yes, this is something which is not very common to every Excel user. Then why don't I go ahead and tell you guys? So what I'm going to show you guys how to configure any date to its fiscal period. Now, basically, why a person needs to configure a fiscal period to any date? Why do I need to do that? So let me tell you, this helps you when you are creating or preparing a budget for your next year or for your next fiscal year. Okay. Now, again, the question comes, why a budget has to be created? Now, let me tell you, the budget is nothing but a quantitative expression of a plan for your next future year, or for a defined period of time. So let's say this month I had the expenses of $110, and I purchased like 200 items out of $110. Now these 200 items, bits and pieces, for the whole month I purchased, I am going to purchase this whole item again the next month, and again the next month, right? So do I need to create a budget for 110? Yes, $110 is a very small amount, let's leave it. But still, let's think that, don't you want to know that how much reserve you should keep with you for the next month, or let's say for the next year? If you're creating a budget for the next year, then how much amount do you need to survive, right? And based on your experience, you can put a counter of inflation and every other aspects to it, and then you can add that adjustment into your budget. Basically a percentage adjustment you can do, right? But prior to all these things, when you're creating a budget, you need to configure your fiscal period, and then fiscal period, based on those fiscal periods only, you're going to define what would be your future budget's fiscal period spend would be, right? Now, for example, here you see, for example, let's say if I'm a car manufacturer company, and I have say there are four raw materials I purchase on and off daily, in the whole year. I don't know how much did I used, but I know how much did I spend. Let's say keep it a spend, make it a spend. Okay, these are my order dates, and these are my, let's say, uh, these are my these are my basically products which I require to manufacture my car, kind of raw material. Okay, so these are my raw material item number one, A, B, C, D, whatever you can call it, and these are the order dates when I purchased them or ordered them from the supplier. Okay, now let's say here are my period start and end date, and then period, basically fiscal period. Now this is a fiscal period 1, 2, 3, you can call it 2015 basically. Let me replace it. Okay, done. Okay, so these are my past historical fiscal period. Now based on my fiscal period, I want to create a budget where for every period I want to say a counter of 2%, 3%, a seasonal effect you can put down, right? So now let's calculate, or let's configure your fiscal period to this order date. Now, how do you do that? Now, you must have heard of VLOOKUP. Almost all the Excel user, I guess 99.9% users of Excel, they know what a VLOOKUP is. But very commonly, very small thing which they don't know about a VLOOKUP is even a date commonly between two dates can also be looked up via or with the help of this formula. Okay, now what I'm trying to find out for this order date 8/5/15, what is my fiscal period? Yes, one by one I can update it, but let's say if you have thousands and thousands of records, how will you update it, right? So what you are going to do is you're going to find out if I have to do it manually. What I'm going to do is I will say I'll go to 8/5. I'll just go to sheet 2 where my configuration is given. The configuration is of, say, here 8/5/8/5. Okay, here. Now 8/5 2015 is basically should be the period of P8, this period 8, right? Now how do I need to get it here, return it here? The simple formula of VLOOKUP, we can do that. Now for a simple formula of VLOOKUP, do I need to teach this VLOOKUP to you? No, but here is what almost 90% of the Excel users are going to do. Here you see VLOOKUP. I'm going to look up this date under this date, right? Locking, and then 3, and then 0. This is very commonly used formula. You see what it is returning? It will not return anything. It will not return anything. Why it is not returning anything? Because it is matching, exactly matching this value 8/5/2015 within this table. Now 8/5/2015 within this table, within this column basically. Do you find it? No. That's the reason it couldn't find. The formula couldn't find it and returned NA, hash NA. Right? What do I need to do here? Is simple. This 0 is nothing but it tells you to look up the value by exact match. If you convert it into 1, approximate match, now it will return you the value. Now you see whether this thing is falling under the state is falling under your P8 value or not. It is. Look at this value 5/21/2015. P5, P5. Randomly we will look 12/29/2015. P13, right? Now it is giving you the period, fiscal period basically. That is how you are going to use. So if you don't use always 0 out there. VLOOKUP formula is a very good formula, and it needs to be used. It needs to be understood how this formula has to work for you. A lot of time we find some kind of a little details we require when we do these VLOOKUP. So that detail you are going to get here. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. And probably now you will be able to relate to what your order date to your fiscal period, how to configure it you have learned, and then a simple formula of countering it with 5%, 2% and 3%. By fiscal period you can create a pivot, and then you can create the whole budget for 2016. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.